She asked me if I would do it since we can't. She's got her Rose? George, no. Turn around.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, undo place.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular scheduled Oscoda Township Board meeting for April 8th. And if we could begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can you get a roll call, please?
Mr. Cummings?
Here.
Ms. McGuire?
Here?
Mr. Spencer?
Here.
Mr. Taser?
Present.
Mr. Sutton here. Mr. Westerbar?
Present.
Mr. Palmer?
Here. Next is the agenda additions. I do have one addition to add to other, number 3. That would be to discuss the resignation of Mr. Westerbar from the CLIB. That will be under other, number 3.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the addition.
Support. Who is support? Is it
I think Steve did.
Yep. Motion by Mr. McGuire, support by Mr. Westerbar. Roll call, please.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes?
Mr. Westerbar?
Yes.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Palmer?
Yes. Motion passed. Next is our public comment period. You have 4 minutes to speak. For this one, we require you to fill out a card. Do we have any cards?
No, I do not.
No cards. Okay. There will be another public comment at the end where you can discuss any matter you'd like. Next is the consent agenda. We have the regular meeting minutes from March 25th, the work session minutes from April 2nd, and the payment of bills prepaid from April 9th, check runs from April 2nd, the C2R2 reports, CWSRF reports, DWSRF reports, the Old Orchard Park startup cash report, tax overpayment report, 2011 sewer bond report, and the 2015 sewer bond report. Do I have a motion to approve?
Because we got to do that first. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda, consent agenda.
Support?
I just had a couple comments real quick.
All right. Okay. Is there discussion?
So I just wanted to note for the board on the 2011 and 2015 bond report, the payments that we're doing, the sewer B&I for the 2011, we only have one more payment for that one. And then the next one, we only have 3 more payments moving forward. And that'll take us down from 7 bond payments down to 5. So
good.
just so you know.
Are those monthly or quarterly or yearly?
Twice a year.
Twice, so
Yep.
biannual?
Yeah, biannual, and then one of them has interest occasionally, like interest and agent fees.
Do you remember just offhand what the totals were that we started?
Oh, it's total that we started with?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I did not bring that.
I know it was a lot.
I'll bring it, when we get ready to pay the last payment, I'll have that information for you.
Great. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Westerbar?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes?
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes. Motion passed. Next is the superintendent's report. Police Department radios.
Okay, our first report item is a request from our police department for the purchase of new mobile radios. Total cost for this purchase will be $23,046.64, and we're budgeted in the 2024 capital improvement in the amount of $23,000. I would ask that the board consider approving the purchase of 4 mobile radio units in the amount of $23,046.64 to be paid from Fund 207-301-980.00 in the amount of $19,181.72, and from Fund 211-301-980.000 in the amount of $3,864.92.
I would make a motion to approve the purchase of 4 mobile radio units in the amount of $23,046.64 to be paid from Fund 207-301-980.000 in the amount of $19,181.72, and the remaining balance of $3,864.92 to be paid from Fund 211-301-980.000.
Support, Sutton.
We have a motion by Mr. Spencer, support by Mr. Sutton. Discussion. Any questions on this?
Yeah, I did. I just wondered, what is the 211 account?
It is the police millage fund.
The millage fund, and the other is our capital improvement for the department?
The other one is their regular police fund,
Yeah,
yes.
there it is. Okay, good. Thank you.
211 is for the CSO officer and the detectives.
Thank you, the millage,
It is a
right, yeah.
millage.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments? We've got Officer Gallagher here, if you have any questions about the,
Alexander.
Alexander, sorry.
Do you have any comments?
He'll get me for that later, but that's all right.
Not unless anybody's got any questions on it. We're going to do the install when we do the camera transition, so our install cost should be reduced by doing it at the same time.
I think it's important that we keep our equipment up for our officers to protect their safety.
Okay.
All right, no other questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Wurstenbart?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes, motion passed. Next is the drop-off refuse.
All right, our second report item is going to be the renewal of the drop-off refuse collection contract with Travis Sanitation. The contract has been reviewed by the attorney, and the costs have increased very minimally. The dates of refuse collection will remain the same as recent years, the second Saturday of June, which is June 8th, and the second Saturday in September, September 14th. And this will require 2 separate motions, one to approve the dates and one to approve the contract. I provided both the previous contract, which was done by, I believe, our previous attorney. I can't remember which one. I believe it was Mr. Friel. So Ms. Hamame reviewed the contract, made her changes, and which I believe it was just in the insurance section of the changes. So.
All right, is there a motion to approve the contract? We'll do that first.
I would make a motion to approve the contract renewal for drop-off refuge collection with Travis Sanitation.
Support, Cummings?
Tim.
We have a motion by Mr. Sutton, support by Mr. Wusterbarth. Discussion. Anybody have any questions about this? It's,
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Cummings beat Steve on that.
do have a question.
Oh.
I wondered whether, what was it?
you supported
I was
the
letting them know you beat
You
Steve.
supported the motion?
Oh,
Okay.
whichever, that's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So the question is, what will the amount be that we charge for the permit for the drop-off then?
It hasn't changed. It's always been $10. I don't know if we wanted to raise that or if it was staying the same or.
Because that's the only thing
It's-
we're voting on is the contract and the date. So do we need to reapprove the $10 or, I'm asking,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so as long, I think we just need to approve the dates because if it's been $10,
Unless you're interested in a rate increase.
I don't see why.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, the idea is we're trying to get people to bring the refuse where it belongs instead of dumping it out in the forest. So.
I absolutely agree. I just wondered if we were missing a point, that's all.
Quick question, now that that's been brought up, does the, sorry to interrupt. Okay, does the, we've done this for a few years now, does the $10 cover the cost of those, of having the contract in there?
No.
No.
So we're, no.
Yeah.
How,
Not even-
what's,
not
is
even-
that, that's something that we should,
Not even close.
It would have to raise significantly to cover our costs.
Yeah.
so we're actually eating a little bit to keep the town clean?
Yes.
Correct.
I think
Yep.
I'm all right with that. All right.
And you will get a report
Okay.
after what it was actually dropped off. So,
Thank you.
And the only question I had on this, and it was the same in the previous contract, is under the term of the contract. It's for 3 years, 2024 to 27. But he says, with the annual event take place in the spring of every year at a date to be agreed upon. Well, we do this twice a year. We do it in the spring and late summer, so,
Right.
but I noticed in the previous contracts, it has the same language.
we can just add, and the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's never been a problem with Travis agreeing to having 2 drop-off times?
No, that's why, I mean, he was on board when I reached out to him to
Okay.
continue doing this.
The language says that it will have one in the spring. It doesn't allow for the one late summer.
Well, I will get that corrected and have him
Okay.
re-sign.
Would you care to amend your motion to include that?
I would amend my motion to include the addition of adding fall to the contract.
I support.
So support.
Any other questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Wishbard?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes?
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Palmer?
Yes, motion passed. Next is the approval for the dates of the refuse pickup. Is there a motion?
I would make them, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to set the drop-off refuse dates for June 8th, 2024, and September 14th, 2024, second Saturday in those months.
Support, Spencer.
We have a motion by Ms. McGuire, support by Mr. Spencer, to approve the dates of June 8th and September 14th for the drop-off refuse event. Any questions, comments, discussion?
I will just note that you need to purchase your permit at the treasurer's office. They do not sell them on site. And you can get them that Friday till 5 o'clock.
When do we start selling them?
I can start selling them tomorrow.
Okay. Good.
All right, any other questions, discussion?
Is there a limit to the number of permits that we issue?
No.
I don't think so. We've had good turnouts, though. There've been some good turnouts, yeah.
Yeah,
The only limit is they need to be an Oscoda Township resident.
Right.
Yeah.
Or seasonal, as in the documentation here.
Seasonal what?
On the permit, it says if you're a seasonal property owner.
So you're saying
Well,
if
if
they...
you're a
if-
property, yeah, if you're a property owner, then,
But you said resident, so it is open to people who are
property
seasonal.
owner,
You know,
I'm sorry.
Seasonal homeowners only and township residents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Wishbard?
Yes.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes, motion passed. Next up is the chamber request.
So in front of you, you have a request from the chamber to put up a beer tent during Paul Bunyan Days for the evening of Friday, September 13th and Saturday, September 14th, between 4 and 11, with proper insurance and liability coverage provided to the township.
Of course. Is there a motion to approve the request of the Chamber of Commerce?
I would make a motion to approve the request for the Chamber of Commerce beer tent at the Paul Bunyan Festival on September 13th and 14th of 2024 between the hours of 4 and 11 p.m.
Support.
Sutton? You're in the middle.
Who supported?
Yeah, Mr. Cummings.
Is there discussion, questions, comments? I see our chamber director is here, if we have any questions about that.
I know that real quick, they were, their beer tent wasn't there for many years of Paul Bunyan, and then it was added. Has it been a benefit to the event?
Yes, we made a good deal of money on that last year.
So yes. Okay,
Yes,
good.
it is, yes.
Thank you.
And they have had it in previous years, I believe.
They have, but when I was on the chamber board years and years ago, there was no beer tent, and we kicked around doing it, and then it didn't really go through. Nobody really had any interest, and then we finally got to the point where there were so many people that were bugging us for a beer tent, and now the chamber does it. And I just wanted to make sure that one of the questions was, is it actually going to make any money for the chamber? And it's a resounding yes. So I'm glad to hear that, and my motion stands.
I would like to look into having a beer tent on the nights of our board meetings outside the.
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion, questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Teaser?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Wurschenbarth?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes, motion passed. Next is the Cedar Lake Improvement Board letter from the township.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the letter as presented in the packet. This stems from our January 22nd public hearing meeting.
Support, Sutton.
Is there questions or comments, discussion about the letter? It's in the packet. I believe it was drafted by our attorney.
What kind of response are we expecting to get? What kind of, I mean, I understand we're just seeking information, but what are we looking to get from the CLIB?
I think basically a response to the allegations and the problems that they've had over the years, just
Okay.
to get a response to us of what their intentions are going forward, correct those deficiencies,
I see, okay.
is my understanding. There's some other.
Yes.
That's the way it read to me.
I think it'll be important to have this, you know, we're going to send this to both counties, Alcona and Oscoda County. I think they're the ones that actually created this board in the first place. I think it would be, you know, sort of laid at their footsteps to oversee and make sure that these issues are corrected.
Sure, okay.
As well as Greenbush Township.
But-
As well as Greenbush Township.
Yes, yeah. Greenbush Township and Oscoda Township. Any other questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Teaser?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Wurschenbarth?
Yes.
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes, the motion passed. We will get that letter out. Next is the letter of resignation from Mr. Worcesterbarth from the CLIB. Is there a motion?
I would make a motion to accept the resignation of Mr. Wurschenbarth from the CLIB.
Support.
We have a motion by Mr. Sutton, support by Ms. McGuire. Discussion, questions, comments?
Can we have him resign without having a replacement?
Yes,
Can.
yes.
So does that mean that our board, that the township board would not be represented on the CLIB then?
No, we have an alternate, and then Ms. McGuire is the alternate, and then we also have Tammy Klein and Bill Palmer that can attend as well.
Yeah,
So
Until a permanent replacement is.
until we can find a replacement. I would, Mr. Worcesterbarth has suggested, I think it should be a property owner on Cedar, like a riparian. Over the years, or at least as long as I've been involved with the board, we've had a riparian that was on this board that represented the CLIB. Mr. Byer lived on Cedar Lake and was the representative, and then Mr. Worcesterbarth, when he came on board, became the representative.
I think it would serve this board better if there were more riparians on this board, because they are not and haven't dealt with public money. All the money that's been dealt with in this board is for the lake maintenance, which is paid for by the riparians. And by state statute, because we're in 2 counties, each county has to appoint a county commissioner to represent each county. You cannot change that. But the local community, and including the drain commissioners from each county, does have the right to appoint someone other than an elected official in either Oscoda or Greenbush, or the drain commissioners can appoint somebody to attend and vote on their behalf. So, to me, if we could get that done at the CLIB, we would have 5 riparians and 2 elected government officials, which I think would be a better way to manage that board with the money that's collected and spent.
What if the riparians don't have any experience with dealing with cash?
We don't, the cash is all done right now from Alcona County through their county commissioner. So checks are written from the county on behalf of their checkbook. It's kind of outside the scope of the state of Michigan, because the treasurer's office is only involved as just printing the check, from what I understand. Because you transmit the SAD money every year,
Right,
just like
the
Greenbush,
CLD,
just
yeah.
like Greenbush, and it goes to the fund they have set up.
Right.
Okay.
I used to run it back in the
Okay.
day, but I gave it back to the CLIB.
So, personally, I'd like to see more riparians represented on that board other than elected officials.
Well, I would like to see a board member on that, a member of this board on that, but also to be a riparian as well. And since you're the only one
I'm
that
the only one.
fits those qualifications, I guess that, because I did review the statute, and it does say that we do not have to have a board member on the
Correct.
board. We can appoint somebody that we choose, and my choice would be in a riparian. Actually, my choice would be for Mr. Worcesterbarth to stay on that board until we get a response from the CLIB to find out what actions they might be taking. But I've talked to him, and I know he wants to be removed from this. So that's what the motion is for, and if there's no other discussion.
I did have a question, because that was good, so it sounded like are you saying then the resignation is immediate, or is it waiting until you find a replacement?
In his resignation, it states,
Yeah, I'm
As soon-
looking for immediate because I've already started other actions
I
as
got
a
it.
riparian.
I got it.
so it would be effective immediately once we
Okay.
vote on it.
I see. I wondered if that had changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
Mr. Cummings?
Yes.
Mr. Taser?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton, yes. Mr. Worcester?
Yes,
Ms. McGuire?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
No, motion passed. We are at the second public comment. If you would like to have a comment, you can come up to the podium. Please state your name for the record. Is there anyone who wants to make a comment? I can see here. Yes.
Hang on a second, Kelly. I got to get the timer up here.
They've got it going. It's on.
Oh, okay.
It appears to be up there. Hi, good evening. Kelly Brown, Oscoda residents. Bill, Mr. Palmer, you have beat the record of 37 minutes for a
Not
board
yet.
meeting.
Not
Huh?
yet.
Well, I only get 4 minutes, so don't you worry, I'm gonna make this quick. Number one, I agree with you. I think the board should have a board member on the CLIB. If you can get the riparian, I think that's great. If not, I think the government procedures can be complicated if you don't know as an individual, as a resident. So I think with your experience on the board, it kind of puts you ahead of maybe a deficit. My main reason for coming up here was to talk about Boeing. It was this past weekend. I met with Sue on the way in, and she's doing the production this evening. So I actually came with a group of about 10 of us, and it was a fabulous show. And they have 3 more shows coming. It's a great comedy, accents from Germany, Italy, France, about a bachelor that has 3 fiancés and they don't know about each other. So there is a show this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and a matinee on Sunday. So if we can make sure everybody that watches this knows, it is a fabulous show. Come out and support your local theater. And then the last thing is about Steel Magnolias. They've done all of the casting. They have their cast for this show in June that'll be coming up. So just wanted to give a plug. We're thankful that we have such a fabulous local theater. The performance was great. Went to a local eatery, and that was fabulous with a group of our lake neighbors on Cedar Lake, as a matter of fact. Some of them are here this evening. It was a great time, and we appreciate everyone supporting our local theater. Thank you.
Thank you.
and I think you're below 37 minutes.
Anyone else have a public comment? Anyone? All right, then we'll go to board comment. Mr. Cummings,
I have nothing to add today, thank you.
Mr. Spencer?
Nope, I'm good.
We might make that 37. Keep
You
going,
look surprised.
keep going, keep going.
I'll make it quick. It's one liner. Reminder of the upcoming May 7th, 2024 election for Oscoda Area Schools bond proposal. And a reminder that my deputy and I will be at the Family Fun Fair, April 20th, 2024, to assist people in registering to vote as well. And it's a great time. Come on out. Thank you.
Ms. McGuire?
I'm going to pass, just for you, Bill.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Taser?
Pass.
Mr. Worcester?
I have to say it. Boiler up. I am so ready for this game tonight. Last time they were in this final game, I was 2 years old, so it's like the Lions. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But, Bill, I appreciate you asking me to stay on the CLIB earlier today, but I think I've given you reasons, and I appreciate your confidence.
I would just like to say that, sorry to see Mr. Wisbart come off that committee, but I know he has, is looking out for the township and the CLIB and trying to get that board on track. So thanks everybody for coming out tonight, and boiler up. I have a daughter that graduated from Purdue, so I am supporting them.
I'm not alone.
And no. I have an interest in that as well. So I will call this meeting adjourned.
Adjourned.
You got the record, Bill.
Congratulations.
Good job, Bill. We're rounding out.